Welcome to Language Level Up. Today we're tackling a hot question. Can online gaming actually help you learn English? Or is that just what we tell our parents to justify playing all night?
Oh, absolutely. Gaming is like sneaking veggies into pizza fun with benefits. When you're raiding dungeons or trading loot, you're surrounded by real-time English conversation, which is way more engaging than textbook drills.
True, textbooks rarely demand you yell healer, save me, at 2 a.m. But isn't it just slang and gamer speak? Can you really level up your vocabulary this way?
Well, sure, you'll pick up some creative insults looking at you. New But games actually expose you to teamwork lingo and problem-solving phrases. Plus, there's guild chats, quest logs, and all sorts of written English.
Let's dig deeper. Are certain types of games better for learning English, or should I just stick to Candy Crush and hope for the best?
If your dream is to master the phrase sweet, then maybe Candy Crush is enough. But MMORPGs like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV, those are vocab gold mines. Think of them as the Oxford dictionaries of online games.
So, the more story-driven and multiplayer, the better?
Exactly. RPGs and shooters with live voice chat force you to communicate under pressure, which is perfect for learning. Plus, you'll never forget the word respawn after your 5th accidental team wipe.
Now, about voice chat. Some people say it's more stressful than public speaking naked. Is it actually helpful, or does it just give you emotional damage?
Honestly, it's a bit of both. Voice chat pushes you outside your comfort zone, which is where language learning magic happens. It's like a gym for your speaking muscles awkward at first, but you get buff fast.
I guess verbal squats are a thing now. Do shy players have any hope, or is it all about being loud?
Not at all. Even listening in on team chat helps. Plus, you can start with text chat and work your way up. Think of it as leveling up your bravery stat.
Let's talk about text chat and forums. Are those just for sharing memes, or can you actually learn useful English there?
Oh, forums are where English learners become word wizards. Debating game strategies, asking for help, or even arguing about patch notes, these all build reading and writing skills you won't find in school essays.
So, flaming someone's build actually has academic value?
Absolutely, as long as you keep it civil. You'll pick up idioms, abbreviations, even persuasive writing. Just remember, GG means good game, not get gone.
Let's not forget culture. How much do you actually learn about English-speaking cultures when you're busy shooting zombies or building empires?
A lot. Games are packed with pop culture references, humor, and social norms. You might learn why Americans love baseball hats or what tea time means in the U-Call without booking a plane ticket.
So, in a way, every dungeon crawl is a mini cultural exchange program?
Exactly, and sometimes you'll learn which jokes don't translate. Spoiler, sarcasm is tricky, but memes are universal.
It sounds magical, but let's be real, are there any major pitfalls to learning English through gaming?
For sure, not everyone in a lobby is a grammar teacher. You'll hear some, let's say, creative language, and typos run wild. Also, don't expect to write a formal essay in LOL speak.
So, what are you doing isn't going to impress my English professor?
Only if your professor is also a League of Legends mid laner. But seriously, supplement your gaming with real English study, or risk becoming fluent in nothing but emotes.
Let's get practical. How can players actually maximize their English learning while gaming without rage quitting in frustration?
Great question. Set small goals. Learn 5 new words per session, or try explaining your strategy in English. Use a notebook or a trusty notes app for new expressions, and don't be shy about asking teammates for clarification.
So, it's like running a quest for a vocabulary XP?
Exactly, and remember, every awkward sentence is just a boss fight on the road to fluency.
Alright, let's bring in the science. Are there actual studies that back up the idea that gaming can improve English skills? Or is this just wishful thinking?
Good news! 2021 research from the University of Helsinki found that gamers who played in English improved vocabulary 25% faster than non-gamers. And a Cambridge study showed better listening skills among online RPG fans.
So, my time in Fortnite isn't just wasted after all?
Not if you're chatting with international teammates. If only headshots also improved your spelling.
Let's imagine. If Shakespeare played Overwatch, would he be spamming "Thou art a scrub" in the chat?
Absolutely! He'd be inventing new insults, thou spawn-camping miscreant, and probably writing sonnets about payloads. Gaming is the new theater, with less rough collars and more rage quits.
Maybe we'll see Hamlet's famous line updated to frag or not to frag.
That is the question. And the answer is always frag, then apologize in perfect English.
Let's wrap up. On a scale from wasted time to language legend, where does gaming land as an English teacher?
If you stick to multiplayer, use your mic, and actually pay attention, it's right up there with Language Apps Plus, fewer annoying ads. Just avoid learning only the word noob.
So, game on, learn on, and remember, the real XP was the Friendser, vocabulary we made along the way.
Exactly. And if your mom asks, just say you're doing practical language immersion. Sounds fancy, right?
Welcome to Linguistic Leapfrogs. Today, we're asking the million-dollar question. Can you really learn English in record time or? Is that just marketing hype with a British accent?
Oh, it's real. Well, sort of. With the right methods, you can absolutely turbocharge your English learning. But if someone promises fluency by Friday, they're probably selling snake oil or at least very optimistic dictionaries.
So, no magic beans, but maybe some fertilizer for the language garden?
Exactly, and unlike beanstalks, you won't have to fight off any giants. Just a few grammar gremlins here and there.
Let's talk tools. Why are podcasts suddenly the cool kids in language learning, while textbooks gather dust like forgotten trophies?
Podcasts bring language to life. Instead of memorizing phrases like a robot, you actually hear native speakers banter, joke, and sometimes gasp, mispronounce things too. It's authentic, messy, and way more memorable.
So, it's like learning to swim in a pool versus reading a manual on not drowning?
Perfect analogy. And trust me, podcasts throw you into the shallow end first. No need to panic swim through Shakespeare right away.
But what's happening in our brains that makes audio learning so effective? Is it science, or do podcasts have secret mind control powers?
A bit of both, honestly. Our brains love patterns, and spoken language has rhythm and intonation. Studies show that listening activates more neural pathways than silent reading. Think of it as upgrading from dial-up to fiber optic.
So my neurons are literally dancing to the beat of English slang?
Exactly, and the more they dance, the more you remember. Neuroscientists call it encoding through auditory stimulus. I call it brain karaoke.
Moving on, you mentioned authenticity. How do casual conversations in podcasts help learners pick up English faster than, say, reading legal disclaimers?
Real conversations are full of idioms, slang, and that all-important ums and uhs. It's like seasoning food textbooks give you boiled chicken, podcasts give you spicy wings.
So I should be binging sitcom recaps, not just grammar drills?
Absolutely. If you want to sound human and not like a malfunctioning chatbot, immerse yourself in real talk.
Let's address the elephant multitasking in the room. Can you really learn English while jogging, cooking, or dare I say showering?
You bet. That's the beauty of podcasts. A 2022 survey found that 74% of language learners use audio while doing everyday tasks. It's like turning your laundry time into a vocabulary boot camp.
So even my houseplants are learning English by osmosis now?
If your fern starts conjugating verbs, call a botanist and maybe a linguist.
Okay, but should I focus like a Jedi on every word, or just let the English wash over me while I daydream about pizza?
Both have perks. Passive listening builds familiarity, you soak up accents and rhythm. Active listening, where you pause and repeat, cements new words. Think of it as marinating versus grilling. Both get you tasty results.
So I can be a gourmet English chef with the right recipe?
Exactly, just don't overcook your brain. Mix it up for the best flavor.
Let's sprinkle in some inspiration. Have you seen learners go from lost in translation to chatty champion with podcasts?
Absolutely. One student started with basic greetings and, after 6 months of daily podcast listening, was cracking jokes with Americans. She even beat me at Punza Tragic Day for my ego.
So, with dedication and a sense of humor, anyone can become an English pun master?
If you can survive British sarcasm, you can conquer anything.
But not all podcasts are created equal. How do listeners avoid the snooze fests and find the ones that actually help?
Look for shows with lively hosts, varied topics, and interactive segments. If a podcast could double as a lullaby, keep scrolling. Bonus points for humor you learn more when you're laughing.
So, comedy podcasts count as study material?
Absolutely. Laughter boosts memory retention. It's like a free brain upgradino downloads required.
Let's get practical. What's the best way to weave podcasts into an already jam-packed schedule?
Start small one episode during your commute or while folding laundry. Consistency beats cramming. Think of it as brushing your teeth. Daily maintenance, less plaque, except the plaque is for getting irregular verbs.
So, if I make it a habit, my English stays minty fresh?
Exactly. And your dentist might not care, but your future English-speaking self will thank you.
Before we wrap up, how can learners supercharge their Progress Air podcast enough on their own? Or should you mix and match?
Podcasts are awesome, but pairing them with apps, speaking practice, or even karaoke nights brings superpowers. Think Avengers, not solo superhero. A 2021 study found learners who combined methods advanced 40% faster.
So, the more, the merrier, and maybe a bit of singing in the shower?
Yes, just warn your neighbors. Multimodal learning is music to your brain's ear sand occasionally, a surprise to everyone else's.
Welcome everyone to Chatter Matters. Today we're diving into the wild world of online friendship hall in the name of mastering English. Is befriending strangers on the web the secret sauce to language greatness, or just a recipe for disaster?
Thanks for having me. Honestly, the idea of making friends online to learn English is as tempting as a bottomless nacho platter. But as with nachos, sometimes you get more cheese than you bargained for. Let's unpack the pros and cons.
Speaking of cheese, some folks say online friends are fake compared to real-life pals. But can virtual connections actually help you become a better English speaker?
Absolutely. Studies show people who practice languages with online buddies improve fluency 40% faster than those who stick to textbooks. It's like language learning with a side of memes and cat videos.
So let's get real. How does making friends online compare to the classic handshake and smile method? Can you really bond over Wi-Fi as deeply as you do over coffee?
Well, unless your coffee shop has free Wi-Fi and a group chat, online might actually win. The anonymity lets shy folks break the ice with less pressure. Plus, you can wear pageantry that at Starbucks, and you'll get weird looks.
True, pajamas are the unsung heroes of internet culture. But is the language exposure as rich online? Or are we just swapping LOLs and emojis?
Great question. Online conversations, especially with native speakers, introduce real-world slang and cultural references you'll never find in textbooks. It's like learning to swim by jumping in the deep end, terrifying, but effective.
Let's address the digital elephant in the chat room: trust. With catfish lurking and trolls trolling, how can learners avoid falling into an online friendship trap?
Safety first. Always use language platforms with moderation, never share personal info, and watch out for anyone who asks you to wire money to their English school in Antarctica. If it smells fishy, it's probably a digital sardine.
I'll add that to my list of suspicious seafood. But seriously, is there a way to verify if someone's the real deal?
Sure thing. Stick to reputable language exchange sites with user reviews and try video calls early. If they refuse to show their face, they might not be your next BF4 or even speak English.
Speaking of platforms, let's get nerdy. From HelloTalk to Tandem, there are more language apps than there are English irregular verbs. How do these actually work for making friends?
Most use clever algorithms to match you with people who want to learn your language and vice versa. It's like international speed dating, but instead of romantic sparks, you swap grammar tips and weird idioms.
And what about the ever-mysterious conversation starter? Is it all, "Hi, how are you?" or can you get creative?
Oh, creativity rules. Ask about their favorite pizza topping, or if they think pineapple belongs on pizza. Nothing builds friendship or sparks debate like controversial food opinions.
Now, let's talk confidence. Many learners fear embarrassing themselves with their accent or grammar mistakes. Can online friendships help break that fear barrier?
Definitely. With online friends, the stakes feel lower. If you accidentally call someone's dog a potato instead of cute, you can laugh it off and learn. Plus, accents are charming. Just ask anyone who's watched British baking shows.
So, you're saying online friends are like language therapists, but with more emojis?
Exactly, and no copay required. They'll cheer you on, correct your bizarre to bizarre, and maybe even teach you to swear in 3 new dialects politely, of course.
Moving on, what about cultural learning? Is chatting online just about vocabulary, or do you pick up on the quirky customs too?
Oh, it's a full-on culture buffet. You'll learn why Americans tip waiters, why Brits apologize to furniture, and why Australians call everyone mate. It's like a world tour without the jet lag.
And no need to worry about losing your luggage. Have you seen learners change their outlooks after real cultural exchanges online?
All the time. Suddenly, how are you? Isn't just small talk, it's a social ritual. Learners start using humor, sarcasm, and even local memes. It's cultural immersion, one GIF at a time.
Let's imagine if Shakespeare had WhatsApp, would he have written to be or not to be as a group chat poll? How would legendary writers have used online friendships for language learning?
I bet he'd be spamming the chat with sonnets and dad jokes. Honestly, even Shakespeare could have used a peer to say, "Hey Will," maybe tone down the iambic pentameter. Online friends give you instant feedback, no need to wait for history to judge you.
Do you think modern learners are luckier than those classic wordsmiths?
Absolutely. You can crowdsource your English homework, get memes explained, and even debate which emoji best captures existential dread. It's literary progress zone typo at a time.
But here's a curveball. Can making friends online distract from serious study? Or does it actually boost motivation to learn English?
A bit of both. Sure, you might spend an hour discussing Marvel movies instead of grammar, but research shows students who interact socially in their target language are twice as likely to stick with it. Fun is a powerful teacher.
So in this case, is procrastination just undercover learning?
Exactly. As long as you eventually figure out past participles, those movie debates are just English practice in disguise. It's the Trojan horse of language learning, except, less wooden.
Let's get empirical for a second. Are there hard numbers backing this online friendship craze for language learning?
You bet. A 2022 Cambridge study found learners with online conversation partners improve speaking confidence by 57% in 6 months. Meanwhile, solo learners reported a 23% improvement. Numbers don't lie, but they might exaggerate at parties.
And what about retention? Does having a friend in your digital corner help you remember more vocab?
Absolutely. Social learning boosts memory retention by up to 34%. It's like having a sticky note, but it tells jokes and reminds you there and there are not the same thing.
Before we wrap up, any top tips for listeners eager to find online friends and supercharge their English?
Start by being curious. Ask open-ended questions, share your favorite memes, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Also, set goals today. I'll use 3 new idioms, even if it confuses my friend.
And how do you keep the conversation going when it inevitably hits the awkward silence stage?
Embrace the awkward. Bring up weird holidays, swap tongue twisters, or play online games together. Remember, learning should be fun unless you're a grammar purist, in which case, good luck.
We've laughed, we've learned so. Is making friends online actually worth it to learn English? Or is it just a clever way to avoid homework?
In my expert, slightly biased opinion, totally worth it. You get real practice, cultural insights, and maybe even a lifelong pen paler, at least someone who'll explain what yeet means.
Well, you heard it here first. Go forth, make friends, and conquer English one emoji at a time. Thanks for joining us on Chatter Matters.
Thanks for having me. And remember, if you ever call a dog a potato, just roll with it might start a delicious new trend.